it was good. I mean, I was just saying, coming back, you see, like I drive past Bud Park and all the places there. I used to run from school around the corner from here at lunchtime and train at Bud Park. It was like a big family thing. Very, very family and community oriented. We would go to Bud Park. I was there probably pretty much every day in the summer. We would go and watch, and I'd end up watching my future wife play before the guys team played and stuff. So it was good. And my mom worked as a volunteer. My dad was the coach, and just everyone. We just seemed to spend our whole summer there. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, for instance, my team, I think we were under 10s, we were that good. We ended up going to a tournament in England, 2 tournaments in Arsenal and Manchester. So it was good. We had a good squad with some very good players. I probably, if at the time had the opportunities that I had to go to England or to Europe, probably could have had a future in the game. As a child, I had a ball on my feet the whole time. Like, my dad played, British parents. I always wanted to play soccer, watching soccer Saturdays on the Saturday mornings with my dad. It was just a way of life. And then obviously, as you get a bit older, I started playing hockey, and I was in the Kitchener Hockey Association, played AAA. So it was kind of a toss up between that at the time. And then I went to England one summer between grade 8 and grade 9 for the whole summer. And then that was it. That's what changed my mind. I was like, I just want to concentrate on my soccer. I played for Kitchener my whole time growing up until I played one season with Dixie in Mississauga. So that was good. I got to meet a different set of people and play some different games and that. But yeah, I played for Kitchener my whole life growing up, and then Kitchener hockey as well. We produced some good athletes to come out of here, in terms, especially hockey players. I mean, Kevin Klein right now is playing for the New York Rangers, and you had Scott Stevens from Kitchener, and some very good soccer players. I mean, I remember being 2 years ago, there was 4 players in the national team camp from Kitchener. So it was good. Like, that was a very good representation for the area. So that was sort of almost a proud moment for me, because I was the oldest one and looking after the young guys. So it was good. Yeah, as a child, like as a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, you don't realize how much work goes into, like, your parents put into things, and the volunteers. Some people volunteering at the Kitchener tournaments didn't even have kids. They were just volunteering for the love of it. And I mean, having a daughter of my own now, you realize what, like, your parents would do anything for you, right? So I remember we were driving on a Tuesday night, driving to Niagara Falls, which is 2.5 hours for a game. And your parents would do that, and it was good. And if your parents couldn't do it, there was always someone to give you a ride. So yeah, it was a lot of work, obviously, but like I say, it was a well-respected tournament, and it was always a fun time of year. Yeah, I remember. Wow, there's a few ones. I remember a Mexican team came over for the Kitchener tournament, and we got to billet a couple of the boys, and different families from the area so we had a young boy, and then we got to play, and we got to play against them in like a sort of an all-star game, which was good. English teams used to come over, like we had Hearts from Scotland came over one time, so that was good. We got to see professional environment, and obviously it's where I wanted to be eventually, so it was nice as a kid. And I mean, my biggest memories are I used to run from Bleskateri School to Bud Park at lunchtime, train for an hour with my dad, and then run back. And I remember him saying a couple of years ago, he said that was all you. Like, I was never forced to do it. It's just once I realized I wanted to be professional, I had to do what it took, and that was some of my biggest memories. And the people at Bud Park, even this summer when I went to train, they were like, no problem. So they opened the field to me in the mornings, and like you say, they've always been good to me there. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've always considered this home. I was in England for 13 years, and it was always nice to come home. And even coming back to the MLS, coming back to Canada, it's not that Vancouver's not home, right? You're still probably just as far of a flight as I was to Manchester, to Newcastle. So it's it's nice to be back in Canada, but it's not home. And I've really enjoyed it's my first Christmas here in 13 years, so it's been nice. I just think it's a very passionate place in terms of sports, every sport, in terms of grassroots level, even up to competitive level. Very, very passionate, and I think very good at hosting. I mean, we've hosted big events in the past, and more than capable of doing it. And I think it would really really thrive here. My parents, wife and daughter, who've been looking after me since the surgery, so that's good. Just friends and family. I just had a fantastic Christmas at home for the first time in a long time, so it's been really good. People looking after me. And obviously, there's too many people to shout out, but parents definitely for helping me along as a child. Now that I've got a daughter, you realize the amount of work that goes into it, and I only had to drive to gymnastics the other day, so it wasn't that far. You realize how much work it takes, and you do anything for them. So shout out to all the family. Hi, I'm David Edgar, and I rally for the Canada Games to come to Waterloo region.